right, I'm going to do one more inverse problem. So just a reminder of the steps. First, you're switching x and y, then you're solving for y, and then you're using your proper notation where this little -1 means inverse. If you haven't already written this down, pause the video and write down the steps. You're going to want that to refer to. All right, so I'm going to do number 5, which this time, this has x raised to a power. We know that when we have something raised to a power, we can undo that. We can do the opposite or the inverse operation by taking a radical or a root. But let's not forget, first step is switching x and y. So my f of x is just y, but I'm going to switch that and the x. So that's going to give me an x here and a y here. Everything else is the same. So x equals 2y cubed minus 3. All right, so that's the switching. And then I want to solve for y. So I need to just start peeling things off. If you remember your order of operations, PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction. When you're solving, you go in reverse. So we're going to do addition, subtraction first, then any multiplication, division, then any exponents. All right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this -3 by adding 3 to both sides. That gives me x plus 3 equals 2y to the third. That takes care of addition, subtraction. I still don't have y by itself. So next up, I'm going to deal with multiplication division. So I have a 2 times my y cubed. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So now I have y cubed equals x plus 3 over 2. And finally, I want to get y, not y cubed, so I have an exponent to deal with. So I know to get rid of this exponent, I need to take the cube root of that. The cube root of y cubed will just be y. So I need to match that, take it on this side as well. So this whole thing is under the radical, all of it. All right, so now I'm going to switch my left and right sides just because we like to have y on the left. We can do that with an equation. We could just flip-flop the sides. So now I have y equals the cube root of x plus 3 over 2. And that's it. I just have to then use the proper notation. So instead of y, I started with f of x. So this is f of x with that little -1, meaning inverse, equals cube root of x plus 3 over 2. Technically, you don't need this parentheses if you're very careful that the whole thing is underneath your radical. All right, so you're going to be doing number 6, which is set up very similar. It just has different numbers, of course, and it has a 5th power instead of a 3rd power. And remember to ask for help from your teachers if you need it.